everyone, my name is Abainu Kinthilpa and we are from St.Marys Vocational School Chamhunga, found in Bushenyi. This is Aheriza Emily, Asimwe Gerard and Khat Davis. We are debating in high school Crossfire and we are against Sacred Heart Mishanga, and we are debating about the high consumption of Khat.
Good afternoon everyone, my name is Ainom Chabethmas alongside Damuya Shakira and Bagma Innocent Usman and Hali Blessing Tugume. And in today's debate we shall be the negators, that is, we shall be on the negative side on the resolution that states that the government is solely responsible for the high levels of Khat consumption in northwestern Uganda.
And yes, we are here to show you the right way out of this resolution, and we are certain to win and pick up today's points. Thank you so much.
Okay, we have very great expectations from this, and we feel we shall emerge the winners in today's round because we've had enough preparations, we as a team, and we've made enough research, and therefore we are ready to be crowned winners after this round.
House rules. Each speaker has 5 minutes. The first and last minutes are protected. The judge will ring a bell to signal the protected time. The bell will ring continuously after 5 minutes.
My name is Aheriza Emily, first speaker from affirmative side. So this resolution states that the government is solely responsible for the high levels of Khat consumption in northwestern Uganda. So crucially, what do we get from this resolution? Solely responsible. Solely responsible means that one is responsible, is the only one accountable for something to happen, or whatever is wrong in it is the one responsible for that. So the high levels of consumption. In this case, we think high levels of consumption is an increase in taking up something. Of course, consumption in this case we are talking about introducing it into someone's body. So in this case, what does this resolution seek us to respond to? As team affirmative, we need to answer the question of proving that solely the government is responsible for the high levels of Khat consumption in northwestern Uganda. So which are the districts that are consisted in northwestern Uganda? These are districts like Koboko, we have Nebi, we have Zombo, we have Aluwa, Yembe, we have Maracha and Moyo. So such districts have been having scenarios, as I'm going to tell you, to prove that the government is solely responsible for Khat consumption. What does Khat really looks like? It is one of the drugs that has been rampantly grown in these districts. And in this case, we are going to see how it is abused in this case. So the status quo is that according to Daily Monitor, 7th November 2021, the police public relations officer in the northwestern region, Uganda, says that the Khat, well known as Mirunji to them, chewing, has been a menace and in the society, and something that the police can not do anything about it, because the Ugandan law has not clarified to us that the Mirunji, which is the Khat, is a drug or is something to be abused. In this case, we are seeing that in those districts, crucially, the people who are the district leaders have been seeing that this drug is something that is menace in a way that if it is consumed, it makes people become active, it makes them become energetic, and it makes them lose their mind in one way or another. In this case, these district leaders, according to the Daily Monitor, have been trying to curb down the consumption of this Khat, but then the problem that has been resulting is because people have retaliated in a way that they tell us a scenario in Yumbe district where they arrested some people because they were taking Khat, but the government, the police did not do anything because it is not stated in the law that Khat is something that is illegal. In this case, they lacked backup from the government, which proves to us that the government is solely responsible for the Khat consumption in that place. So more to that, we are seeing that in the Marachi district, opinion leaders tried to also curb down the Khat consumption, but still, there is no clear statement that shows that, crucially, Khat is something that is supposed to be abused. In that case, this proves to us that Khat is something that is dangerous because the people are trying to fight it in their districts but are not succeeding. Then the other thing, we are seeing that why is the government crucially the one supposed to blame? Why is it the only one? In this case, we are seeing low levels of unemployment in these districts, whereby we saw a scenario where people who are working in the tobacco industry were taken off their jobs, but they were not provided for. So it is a reparative duty for the government to provide for people who have lost jobs because there was an act or an anti-tobacco act which stopped industries there from manufacturing tobacco. So in that case, there were no jobs for these people. So they have become idle, and in that case, they end up doing things that are, they create crimes, and in that case, even that has increased the current consumption. So in this case, in this debate, we are talking about the high levels. So crucially, we are drawing a nexus between the consumption and the high levels of consumption. So my second speakers will come to elaborate more why the government is the only one supposed to be blamed for high levels of cat consumption. Thank you.
Resolved, the government is solely responsible for the high levels of cat consumption in North Western Uganda. I am Damnira Shakira, the first negative speaker. So, team government comes in and tells us that there are low levels of unemployment in Uganda, depending on their information they are finished to present here. So, this really defeats our logic and beats our minds. We ask ourselves, people have failed to get jobs or are having unemployment, but the government has done its part. So we as team negative come in and wonder, do these people need the government to come and inject money into their pockets so that they can get money to help them in their day-to-day lives? Our next point, they come in and also tell us that people have retaliated. That's why we as team negative come in and tell you that this is all about personal choice. Panel, we've got to understand that even if the government comes in and rolls down 1,000 of rules, but if a person that chooses not to follow them, that person can do anything he or she feels like he wants. So that's why we come in and tell you that people's decision to take cut, it's people's decision to take cut, though the government does all it can. Therefore, to the largest extent, if people decide not to take it, then consumption will not be there. You people, we have to understand that. Even if the government comes in and says that, enforces a lot of rules and comes in and says that we are going to arrest or even decide to penalize all people who take in cut by killing them, people these days can even try to take this cut in tea. Picking a leaf from, rejected. Borrowing a leaf from COVID-19, the government stood very well laws and claimed that people should not move from place to place, but this never restricted people from move to any place. So that's why we as team negative come in and tell you that this is all about personal choice. If a person decides not to do rejected, please, I'll take you later. If a person decides and says that, no, what, I'm not doing this, the government has done its part, but this person, due to his or her own choice, cannot do it. We as team negative come in and tell you an issue of truck driving activities. So, blaming the government solely only shadows things like truck drivers that are basically responsible for cat consumption at a percentage. According to the www.drugs, most of the cat, it shows that these people who drive vehicles or cargo vehicles that bring or import goods into Uganda, like most especially the North Western region, these people carry very many commodities. And in that way, they also get to transport that cat from place to place. This cat, first of all, helps to combat fatigue. That's why these people use it. So we as team negative come in, I'll get you later, please, calm down. That's why we as team negative come in and tell you that the truck drivers are also one element to the rise of cat consumption in Uganda, but not only the government. So we as team negative come in and tell you that we should not blame the government at the highest percentage. No, the government has done its own part, but we the citizens too are trying to behave as if we do not understand as if we do not understand what is taking place in the country. We do not want to follow what we are being told. But we believe is if the citizens come up and stand up and work together hand in hand with the government, the cat consumption will be reduced because the government will has done its part, and the rest of the part left is for the citizens. So the issues of low levels of unemployment and people having retaliated is not a very big deal in this resolution. We believe the government has done its part, and the rest of the part left to fight cat consumption in Northwestern region is left to the citizens, to we the citizens ourselves. Dear judges, I rest my case.
This is the High School Crossfire. We'll be back in a minute.